Hi, and welcome back to Darren Bernard's Poor Boy Crafts. Today we're going to make a figurine, pennies on the dollar. Yeah, we're going to make a clay golem, just like that. This costs you about $5 in the craft section or the figurine section at any game store. Today we're going to make it for like pennies. I mean, it's going to be cheap as anything. So just sit back and watch and enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and share it to all your friends. And just sit back and enjoy, and we're going to have some fun here. So first thing we need to do is find a base. Now you can use foam board, 10 or 2-inch by 2-inch foam board if you want. I've found parts to a game. Get rid of that. And they're hectagon shape, which is perfect. I'm going to use one of them. But they're about a little over 1.5 inches square, so it'd be perfect for a large creature. So next thing you want to do is get yourself a rod. This is a shish kebab. And we're going to just, cut it up into pieces. Just some little pieces, some bigger pieces. I mean, just all kinds of different sizes. Okay, and save that one aside. And now we've got a mess of little pieces here, and that's what we're going to start with. We're going to have our little glue gun, and we're going to start with real tiny pieces. First of all, I've got to clean off our glue gun here. We'll make sure that the tip is clean. Where's that little piece at? There we go. A little bit of glue. Just glue a couple of little tips on there, just like that. Then we get a couple of longer pieces. Glue them into place, just like that. Now we're going to glue a cross member to meet them together. Like so. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to take a little glue stick. Now we're going to get our sharpened knife. Going to about 3/4 of an inch. Want 2 pieces of that. Make sure that they're the same size. Yeah. And then one about 1/2 inch. Just like that. So we got 2 about 3/4 of an inch, and then one about 1/2 inch. Okay. Now these 3/4, we're going to glue them right on the on there, and then the 1/2 incher. I want to trim that down just a hair. Make that a little bit lower. Okay. The 1/2 incher is going to go on top in the center. Okay, till it looks just like that. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to need some more. Almost ran out here. Some more little guys. Gotta need two about the same size and two just a little smaller. From that, make sure. Yep, there we go. Now the two right here, about 3/4 of an inch. Like I said, there's no real measurement on the sticks. Just be whatever feels right to you. There we go. One arm in. The other arm is almost in. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Get back up there. Now let all that dry really good before we continue. You might have to redo the joints with a little bit more glue just to be on the safe side. Reinforce them joints good. Clean your gun. Okay, now brush it. Brush away all them cobwebs because you don't want to get them cobwebs sticking you. Okay. Okay. Now for the artist part. Gluing. Because we're going to make this thing completely out of glue. Starting with the legs. I just threw my glue out my gun. There we go. Now again, starting with the legs. We're going to run glue up and down the legs. You don't want to put a lot on it first. Because you want to put a little at a time because you want it to dry. See, put too much, it'll melt it. go. Beautiful. Just kind of just work it up there. We'll let that bottom dry. While that's drying, work on this center a bit. Put just a little bit in there. Remember, just a little bit at a time. Be patient. Be patient. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. Then we want to put out to the arms a bit. A little bit at a time. One stretch at a time. Once that dries, we're just going to keep on putting on more and more. Okay, to make the head, just kind of dip over top of the round piece on top, and that kind of just let it pour down it. Just let that dry. Let that just melt down the whole thing. Just like that. We're almost done with it. I want to put some more on the legs now that the legs are dry. Like I said, it's just a work in process. Work in process. Just put enough on there till you're happy with the outcome. Like I said, a little bit at a time. Try not to touch it while it's drying, because the more you touch it, the more spider webs come off of it. And if you get too many spider webs, just bring your brush in there. Trying to keep it away from the glue as it's drying. But once that dries, that will be rock hard. I mean, now you can take your little stick here and don't yank on it, but roll. If you roll it, that'll smooth it out and put things to where you want it, especially as it's drying. You want to make more textures to the head to kind of give it a neck. You can do that with your stick. After it's dried a bit. There we go. On mine here, I'm going to put a little bit more here. And I'm going to give it a little bit more of a belly. And I think mine's going to be ready for painting. Once this little bit here dries, I think I'm going to set that down there, let it dry a bit, get my paint ready to go. Alrighty, she's ready for some paint. So first thing I'm going to do is paint her black and see what discrepancies we might have in the model. This will allow you to know where you need more glue at too. Because when you're gluing it, you really can't tell. But once you get the black paint on there, you'll be able to see any crevices you might need to fill in. I got the dogs in my background here throwing a fit. See, as I go over stuff, I can see right away I got a crevice here. Got a crevice right on there. So, taking my gun, I'll fill in that crevice on my arm. Fill in a crevice on my leg. Oh, got a big crevice on this arm. That I missed. I got a big hole in my back that needs fixed. Okay. I took care of that one. Took care of that one. And took care of that one. Okay, now we'll let that dry, and then we'll go ahead with the next one. Alrighty, she is dry. Looking really good. Even got some vein work with my glue gun. I like that. Now, I'm going to do with my favorite brown, which is nutmeg brown, apple barrel, of course. I always get that at Walmart. With my larger brush here, I'm going to paint the whole thing, not the base, just the creature, nutmeg brown. Now, I'll go ahead and go around it, just like that. Okay, the first coat of the nutmeg brown is dry. Now I'm going to use a light mocha. Where did my towel go? Dog's drug off with it. Okay. And I'm going to dip my brush in it. Just want a bit on here. I'm going to go over it with a dusting. Dusting is kind of just like that. You just want to, you don't want to cover everything, just lightly. That's what a dusting is. Put a little bit on your brush, dab it off. Just a dusting. That's all I want to do. Now, like I said, this is my color scheme. You can have whatever color scheme you want. And as you can tell, because this one's done now, when you make these things, you know, they don't have to be perfect because they're clay golems. But no two will ever be alike if you make them this way. So you have a unique creature. You have a unique figurine. None will ever be the same when you make them. So, but, I mean, you go to a store and you buy one of these, you know, they make them on a 3D printer, which they're nice, but they're not unique. You know, they're machine made. These are handmade. But these will run you about $5 at a store, and we just made them for pennies couple of glue sticks, a little bit of ingenuity, and there you go. So this is Darren Bernard signing off for Darren Bernard's Poor Boy Crafts. Y'all have a good day.